So my name is Ariana and today I'm going to be teaching you the top 5 tips to effectively analyze a chart or a graph. So the first thing I want to let you know is that this is going to be the graph that we're looking at. Specifically, we're going to be looking at the percentage of men aged 20 to 34 in prison or jail by race/ethnicity and education in 1980 and in 2008. So the first thing you want to do whenever you see a graph is read the title. So I just read the title, but I'll reiterate that we're looking at the percentage of men aged 20 to 34 in prison or jail by race/ethnicity and education in 1980 and in 2008. So what stands out here, what should stand out to you, is that the experimental group being tested is men. The age range that we're looking at is 20 to 34. The region is prison and jail, and the 2 factors that we're comparing are race and ethnicity and education. The second thing you want to look at is what are the X and Y axes. So the Y axis is going to be on the vertical, and the X axis is going to be on the horizontal. As you can see in the blue circle, the X axis that we're looking at is education here, and we're looking at college, high school, and high school dropouts in comparison to the Y axis, which is in red, which is incarceration rates by percentage. The third thing you want to look at is what is the legend/key telling you. So in this case, the legend is in this green circle. The first 2 things you want to notice are the 2 boxes at the top, which are indicating the years that I talked about, which are 1980 and 2008. 2008 is going to be indicated by gray bars, and 1980 is going to be indicated by white bars. The second thing you want to look at is going to be indicated by these yellow arrows, and that is telling us the race/ethnicities that we are comparing. And in this case, W is going to stand for whites, L is going to stand for Latinos, and B is going to stand for blacks. And as you can see down at the bottom here, like I said, W for whites, L for Latinos, and B for blacks for college, high school, and high school dropouts. So the fourth thing you want to look at is what are the scales for the X and Y units. So in this case, we don't have any X units because the X is just looking at education. And like I said, that's college, high school, and high school dropouts. But for the Y unit, it is increasing by a scale of 5 in terms of percentage. So we're going 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35 is what we're looking at in terms of percentages here. The fifth thing and the most important thing you want to look at is what is the data telling you. So as we can see, indicated by the first green box, for college, incarceration rates are not significant between all 3 groups, so whites, Latinos, and blacks, for 1980 or for 2008 in terms of incarceration rates. However, for high school, so people who have just graduated from high school, you can see that for both the white and black communities, there is a significant increase in incarceration rate for 2008. So as you can see here, the bar graph for 2008 is way higher than the one for 1980, and same thing for the black community. The most important part of this graph and what we want to see and take away from is this third green circle. And this is showing us that for high school dropouts, not only do we have the highest rates of incarceration, but we also have significance between the years, so 1980 and 2008, and between race and ethnicity. So here we're seeing that between the years of 1980 and in 2008, we have significant increase for all 3 groups in terms of incarceration rate, but specifically between whites and blacks, there's a much significant higher percentage of incarceration rates for blacks compared to whites in 2008. So that is our main takeaway from this graph. In summary, we want to look at 5 things. The title, what are the X and Y axes? What is the legend and key telling you? What is the scales for the X and Y units? And then what is the data telling you? And by knowing these 5 things, you're going to be able to analyze any graph or chart that is given to you. Do you have any questions for me? Good. Okay, perfect.